It's Ash from SuperVideos, back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be talking about confirmation about Troy Otto's return in the latter half of Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead, which is its final season. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So of course, we did see a post-credit scene in the mid-season finale of Season 8 of Fear, where we basically saw a character listening to the radio and listening to Madison speak on the radio and jotting down the location of where she said she was going to be. And of course, we did get a hint that whoever this was has been following Madison for quite a long time. Based on the artifacts that were there, we know that this is someone who knows Madison and crew quite well, as we saw Strand's sunglasses, Alicia's mechanical arm, and even Madison's hammer. The same hammer that Madison used to kill a certain character in the past. Of course, I'm talking about Troy Otto. And at this point, obviously, it's clear that this was in fact Troy Otto, and he's the one that's chasing after Madison to come back and potentially take revenge for what Madison did to him all of those years ago. In fact, in the teasers and trailers that we've seen for the second half of Season 8 of Fear, we do see Madison face to face with someone who at this point is obviously Troy. We see her attacking Troy with that same hammer, and we see that it's not just Madison and Strand that are there, but also Danny Salazar as well. All of the people that were there during the time when Troy was still an important figure in this story. And obviously, if we look even closer, we see that the characters were actually at gunpoint. So Troy, most likely with his group, found Madison and crew and surrounded them and put them at gunpoint, and most likely confronted Madison, which led to Madison attacking him. Now, obviously, there's a lot of questions as far as how did Troy make it. The last time we saw him, he was hit in the head with a hammer and he was drowning after the flooding that happened at the dam. And at this point, we have nothing to go by as far as how that could have happened and how realistic that could be. So we're gonna leave that until we get to it, until they reveal it, if they do. If they don't, that's a separate conversation, and it brings into question the writer's laziness and the convenience of the story. But let's just leave that out until we get there. But we do see other shots that they released in the latest trailer for the second half, where we actually see Strand and Madison, and it looks like this is the moment Madison sees Troy for the first time. She looks surprised, she looks shocked, so it looks like this could be the moment that Madison realizes Troy is still alive. There are other shots in the trailer where we actually see Madison fighting someone on a bridge, falling into the water where there's lots of walkers, and it looks like the person she's fighting is Troy as well. So they're definitely focusing on this back and forth and this face-off between Madison and Troy, something that they built up a couple years ago, but they never really delivered. Well, they did deliver with Madison killing Troy, but now that we know he didn't die, and given how long it's been, and given that the story went through so many ups and downs, it doesn't feel like this is rewarding in any sort of way. To me, it's more maybe fan service or for ratings rather than to actually reward fans for being invested in the characters and the stories. But the last thing I want to talk about is there is this shot in the trailer where Madison has a weapon in hand on her shoulders, looking at someone, and I'm assuming this is the face-off between Madison and Troy. This could be one of the final showdowns between them. At this point, we still don't know if Troy is going to come back as a good guy or a bad guy. I think if they're gonna go the cliche way, he's gonna come back the bad guy and be dealt with. But if they go the not so cliche way, then he might turn out to be a good guy after all and help the survivors, which at this point, I'm doubting. We're gonna have to wait and see, but I'm doubting that that's the direction they're gonna go. It seems like they're focusing more on Madison versus Troy in this second half than anything else. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.